Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about the third and the last phase of the Hundred Years' War. So we're almost at the end. So yeah, this is the Lancastrian phase, the Lancastrian War, the Lancastrian campaign, however you want to call it. It went from 1415 to 1453. I'm sorry, and it's called Lancastrian phase because that was the family who was in power in England at the time. I wouldn't say the dynasty, it was more the family. This was not mid Wars of the Roses, but literally just before. Like it starts just before the Wars of Roses and ends right in the middle of it. So yeah, let's get started. It starts, like I said, in 1415 with the invasion of Normandy by Henry V of England. Again, awesome guy. One of my favorite kings of England. Wasn't perfect, but hey, militarily he was quite awesome. And then ended up with the Battle of Castillon in 1453. Well, I'm just going to start right in 1419, so a bit of background before that. We'll have the Battle of Agincourt, 1415, and well, that's all the background you need. Really, the Battle of Agincourt. Highly recommend you research that. So yeah, head of English power during the war and the Treaty of Troy. So in 1419, Henry V was crowned King of France following the Treaty of Troy. And yeah, this effectively said if he was going to be king after the current King of France died. At the same time, Philip, who was Duke of Burgundy, had taken control of Paris and had actually made an alliance with Henry V. Well, Charles VI of France, he signed the Treaty of Troy in 1420, which also, apart from saying what Henry was going to do, what Henry did in 1419, so he would be king after he died, he would be king. So Henry V would be king only after Charles VI died. Apart from saying that, the Treaty of Troy also said that Henry V was to marry Catherine of Valois. No, Catherine. Yeah. Yeah, Catherine of Valois. Which, well, he said that it was a way of saying, yeah, you, Henry V, you would have kind of a claim to the throne, but really weak, but your children will have a legitimate claim. So this was quite a significant treaty because it seemed to bring about an end of the war, but also make all of the Dauphin illegitimate and all the children of Charles VI illegitimate. However, the year after that, 2021, I'm saying 2022, Henry V died right before Charles VI died himself. So Henry VI was officially named King of England and France. But he wasn't really crowned King of France until later on, and even then he wasn't crowned in the Notre Dame of Reims. So this claim was considered illegitimate because all kings of France need to be crowned at the Notre Dame of Reims, and so this meant that the Argonauts, which were a group of a political party kind of sorts, who supported the Dauphin, the original one, they saw him as illegitimate and as further cause to decide a new way of fighting. So 2024, the English really destroyed an Franco-Scottish army in this one battle, which kind of eliminated Scotland from the Hundred Years' War, and really kind of hit France hard. But yeah, this was the peak of English power, and after that, it would just go down from there. And yeah, they covered territory from the English Channel to Loire to Brittany to Burgundy without controlling Orleans, and Angers. And this was literally the peak of English power. It just, like I said, went all downhill. So here comes Joan of Arc. She was born in 1425. I've made a video on her recently, if you want to check it out. Well, she received visions around the age of 11, and well, they basically told her that she needed to help the Dauphin get back on the throne. Well, not get back, like assert himself as the proper king of France. Well, he went to Charles to offer her help, who, to test her, to make sure she was legitimate, her visions were, he dressed up as a courtier, and he dressed a courtier up as the king. So when she went inside the palace and was presented with the king, she said, "Nope, that's not the king." Turned around and went directly to the actual guy, proving she was who she said she was. She wasn't a fraud. So then the whole Orleans thing in 1428. The English had laid siege to Orleans, and 1429, Joan of Arc said to the king, "Hey, king, I mean Dauphin Charles II, Charles VII. I'm gonna be referring to him as the king." Well, she said, "Hey, can you send me to Orleans?" So which the king responded, "Sure." And she went there, which really boosted morale and let the French lift the siege. Charles was able to go back to Paris, became crowned King of France formally in Reims, and just slowly started taking back lands, including regions along the Loire River. Yes. So then he was crowned, he was formally the Dutch king, and therefore kind of completely pushing aside Henry VI. So, well, Paris was still under the control of the English, and Joan of Arc, she tried to regain control of Paris, but was captured by Burgundian English allies and was executed on May 30th, 1431. So, it was, the video I did was on the anniversary of her death. And yeah. If you want to learn more about Joan of Arc, you can maybe watch my video. So, well, and then there was this thing called the Congress of Arras, in which a treaty was signed. And then Philip III, Duke of Burgundy, he said to the English, "Bye-bye, I'm going to the French." So he deserted the English to the French and essentially just returned the control of Paris to the French side. England was also more concentrated on the Low Countries, and so Charles said, "Hey, we have Paris now. The English are not really paying attention, so let's just retake control of France and centralize it." And by 1449, France had regained Rouen, regained Normandy, most of it at least by 1450, and Charles decided to focus on Gascony. Gascony was controlled by the English, and Bordeaux was surrounded by the French in 1451. The English just kept on, they maintained Gascony until 1452. They formally retook Gascony. How do I say this? So the Gascony was under control of the English. The French attacked, and the English successfully defended it in 1452, but then they lost it in 1453 at the Battle of Castillon. Which was kind of funny because the French said, "Haha, we're gonna chase you," so the English ran away, and then the English were caught under cannon fire. So what can you do? And yeah, that is the last part of the 100 Years' War. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really don't have anything else to say. It's just, that is a Lancastrian phase. Yeah, it's just really like the English were doing really well, and then Joan of Arc, iconic. And well, Henry V, Agincourt, also iconic. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So tomorrow is going to be a video on the conclusion and the aftermath of the 100 Years' War. So I hope you're excited for that. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So I hope you liked it. I hope you found it interesting. And thank you for watching. Bye.